On the road.
I like that color. Pretty. Yes. Good afternoon. We'd like to call this Caddo Parish Commission work session
What called it?
to order.
Oh, you showed
Roll call,
up.
please, Mr. Clerk.
Dominic, Johnson, Williams, Lynn, Bowman, Baker, Lynch, Escaday, Thibodeau, Cox,
Here.
Smith, Epperson.
Here.
We have a quorum, Madam President.
Thank you. Today we're going to have prayer by Commissioner Bowman, and we'll have pledge by Commissioner Thibodeau.
Bow your heads. Heavenly Father, we come now with bowed heads and humble hearts, dear Master. Thank you for this day. Father God, thank you for the opportunity to be able to serve. I ask that you bless each and every one of the commissioners, Lord, and the parish to be able to make sound decisions and do what's best, Lord, for not only the citizens, but also what you have us to do in your word. Guide us and protect us. Let no harm or danger come our way. These are the blessings. I think in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
All right, Rev. All right, Rev.
Pat had around.
Join me in the pledge. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You did a good job.
Are there any agenda additions? Next item.
Next, we have citizen comments. I have no card.
Okay. Next item.
Next, we move to visitors. We have Miss Ann Fumarello, President CEO of Cyport. I'm not sure if she was going to be able to make it. There was a kind of communication problem, so.
Next item.
Okay, we'll move on to reports, administrator's report.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. We have a guest today, Ms. Jan Elkins from the KTBS Channel 3. Would like to speak to us for a few minutes. Ms. Elkins, would you come forward, please?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to come and say thank you for your participation for the Independence Day Festival. As you know, we came and approached you all and asked for your help, and once again, you've been able to help us. And I want to remind you that it will be on July 4th, which is Thursday of this year. Also wanted to come and invite all of you to attend the VIP party, which is going to be from 6 until 8. I had planned to have the invitations to you today, but when I got the map, it was not as clear as I would like for it to be, so we are revising that. But you all have helped us a great deal, so I just wanted to let you know what all we're going to be able to do this year. We have, first of all, the Good News Band that's going to begin at 4 o'clock. Then we have Windstorm that's going to be performing. And then we have the Brady Blade Band that will be performing. Then we have Kix Brooks. Then we have a surprise. And then we have the fireworks from 9 o'clock until 9:22, and then Juice Newton is going to be coming and closing out the show. We begin actually the day at 6 o'clock in the morning with the farmers market, and so we're very excited about that again. We have a kiddies area this year where the children's area is going to be free of charge because of Drs. LeBlanc and Stewart. It is going to be in Riverview Hall, taking up 2 bays. So we're real excited about that. There's more for the kids to do. Then, of course, this year again, we're going to have our free life jacket giveaway because, as you know, we continue to have more and more adults and children drowning. We're going to give away free life jackets for kids. So I just wanted to invite you to come to the VIP meeting that we'll be having as a party. And then there will be a section right behind the Barnwell Center that is a VIP section where you'll be able to come and see the fireworks in a special contained area. So I wanted to give you a personal invitation, and once that map is clarified a little bit better, I'll bring them to Woody, if that's okay, and let him pass them out. But most of all, I just wanted to come and say thank you for your contribution. I know last year you had a concern about the signage, and I wanted to let you know that we have improved that and actually have created a sign that is just for the Caddo Commission that will be on the stage along with the other sponsors. So I hope that that will help make it a little clearer that you all are a sponsor and a very key, important sponsor to us, as well as I hope that you're seeing the spots that are on TV already that mention that you all are participating. We couldn't do it without you. We couldn't bring this type of talent in without your participation. I just wanted to say thank you and give you a special invitation to the VIP party. Any questions or concerns?
I just have one comment.
Commissioner Williams.
Let me just say that I did attend last year's event.
Yes, sir.
It was a very exciting, inclusive, family-oriented event. And it's bad we almost got to wait till your event to have family-oriented events. And I like the fact that you're being diverse in terms of the bands. And you didn't tell them that the surprise was going to be me singing. So.
No, but we knew that because you're the one that recommended the band, so we knew that you had to be involved somehow. But Brooksers is actually supporting and catering the VIP party, so we appreciate their participation. But I know your concern was that last year. You suggested Windstorm. We have them coming back. And then we have the Brady Blade Band that I think will be a great addition this year. He's known internationally, and I think that'll be good. The signage, I hope, will be a little bit better this year as well.
Do you have the economic tourism impact? How far do you think it reaches out in the architect in terms of radius?
Well, our viewing area is 150 miles, all the way around the area, all the way to Oklahoma, East Texas, Southwest Arkansas, and of course, in Northwest Louisiana. I'm getting calls from all parts of those areas. I've had people from Mississippi call and say, we're going to be coming through with our RV, staying at one of the parks, and we want to know, are there fireworks? So we know people are hearing about it, and they're coming specifically to participate in this event, and that's why we appreciate your participation, and why we do hope that you'll be able to come to the VIP party and sit with us and watch the fireworks. I'll warn you, it's right at the river, so you will feel those fireworks go off in your chest, but we still would love to have you.
It's hard to engage thousands of people that stay in our hotels and shop in our department stores and who support our restaurants and also right now they want to go and support our riverboats.
Right.
But I would love to see more family-oriented events for our families in Caddo and the architects, and hopefully maybe you and others in our administration in the city can work on maybe bringing more family-oriented for our families. So I want to say keep up the good work.
We'll be happy to come to the table and discuss that, and we obviously want to do anything we can to help in that arena. Any other questions or for me? Well, thank you for your time, and again, we appreciate your participation. Thank you.
Okay, Commissioners, the next item has to do with the 2013 bond issue that we brought forward a few weeks ago. At the outcome of the last special projects meeting we have we talked about various projects, and there were some projects that there was a lot of debate over. So I went back through the list again and removed some of those contentious items. And I sent you all the new list and a separate list at the request of Commissioner Lynch. She wanted to know what I took off of the list. So I took off those things and sent that out, as well as the things that we took off of the original list that was given to you on the 20th of May. So at this time, if I can answer any questions for you, I'll either wait till you get to the new agenda item today.
Commissioner Escaday.
I just want to let everybody know that the committee met, as I said last week, and finished its work, that the items were reviewed, and discussed. The committee, nor any individual committee member, made any request of the administrator to move any item. All we did was go over the items, discuss them, and ask questions. So the revised list is the sole efforts of Mr. Williams, and it was not by the wishes of the committee.
Wilson.
Mr. Wilson, I'm sorry, just to clarify that. I'm sorry, I got Mike on the brain. He's sitting right here.
That's correct, sir.
Don't drink after me, man.
Depends on what you drink.
That's correct. Okay, ma'am, my next item is just to let you all know, Ms. Stacy Brown approached me a couple of weeks ago, and she asked if we would consider giving her some help at this year's Essence Festival in New Orleans. And I told her that I would, and that help with couple of our members work in a booth for 4 hours at a time in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. And we did talk about money, and she said her budget was reduced and she didn't have the money, so she asked us to pay for the expense at travel and hotel. And we have done this before in the past. A few years ago, Mr. Randy Lucky went down to Disney World to help with an effort. So just want to say that if any commissioner desire to go, certainly there's room on the team for anyone who want to go or desire to work.
Commissioner Escaday.
I talked to Ms. Brown this morning, and I know we've got a resolution of authorization today on the agenda, which is not germane because we certainly do not have to approve of this travel. It's certainly within your purview because we passed the annual budget, and it's up to you and your department heads to determine which travel is in the best interest of the citizens. I did, though, have the Tourist Bureau provide a copy of their most recent financial statement and to everybody here. And in my conversation with Ms. Brown, she told me that they had decided, her board, not to pursue this because of budget constraints. Well, they have approximately $2.5 million in unencumbered cash in CDs and money market accounts, and that's not including their operating assets. And their income is derived from hotel motel taxes specifically for this purpose. So in light of the fact that they don't have a financial pinch and they're asking us to volunteer and then pay to volunteer for the privilege of volunteering, I don't think this expense is necessary. I don't think it's in the best interest of the parish. When we send our employees to travel, I think it's for their continuing education purposes. It is to gain knowledge to bring something back. The Tourist Bureau does what they do, and they chose not to fund it. It's not that they can't fund it. I believe if you look at their balance sheet and their P&L, you can see they very well could fund it. So since this is really not in our purview, I would encourage you, and I'm going to encourage you, to just tell her it's, if it's the pleasure of this body, that we think they ought to do this on their own. And they're out promoting Bossier and Bossier Parish and Shreveport and Caddo Parish, and we're the ones paying. The rest of the parishes aren't paying for something that they're already paid to do. So that's just my thoughts on it. Thank you.
Commissioner,
I'm sorry.
yesterday point well taken, and certainly we don't have to go.
Well, I just wanted to
That's
clarify
a suggestion.
that
I'm okay with that.
this is totally your decision.
I'm okay with not going.
I'm not comfortable with that decision, but it doesn't need to come to this body for you to authorize travel for any of the employees.
Commissioner Lynn?
Dr. Wilson, is she saying that she's not capable of doing her job for the amount of money that the taxpayers give her?
No, sir, she didn't say that.
Commissioner Williams?
He was going to ask. Something like I was going to ask her, but
You go right ahead. Ask it again.
I tried to be diplomatic.
But in light of what's been said, we do have a responsibility as a progressive parish to go out and try to attract new entertainment industry to Northwest Louisiana. And it wouldn't be unusual for us to have a partnership with our Tourism Bureau to protect our interests. We want to be known for tourism in Northwest Louisiana. And unfortunately, we have not done that enough. We got the oil and gas, and we got other manufacturing, we got those things, but tourism is our #1 economic engine in the state of Louisiana. And unfortunately, Shreveport is competing with New Orleans all the time. Our convention center hasn't really reached its full capacity as it should, as it shall. However, I don't see nothing wrong. I think it's doing the Essence Festival, isn't it?
Yes, sir, it is.
Why can't the Essence Festival come to Shreveport?
That ain't gonna happen.
We're not New Orleans.
Well,
We have value.
We're voodoo
New Orleans doesn't.
Like that to happen.
well, I'm tired of being the little brothers of Louisiana.
Yes, sir.
And if we go be a big city, the next great city of the South, and a city with swagger, we need to think big. Stop acting small. We don't do enough to attract family-oriented activity anyway. This place don't even have a Dave and Buster.
I did call and try to get one here, sir. I didn't have
Within
any-
the architect, we probably got about 1 million people. We ain't even got a Dave and Buster's here.
Yeah.
For children and family to go to have a good time.
That burger's good.
Don't even have nothing like that.
Yeah.
Won't even have a theme park. All we got is stuff in here for gambling and spending money for adults. Nothing for children and families. That's why crime is up so high. People need something to do when they come here besides go to the boat. Everybody don't want to gamble and spend their money. They want to have stuff to do with their families. Some people want to play golf. Some people want to play tennis. Some people just want to see Big Bird.
Okay.
Some people want to go to the zoo.
We'll get you the costume.
Just kidding. Some people want to go. Kid been pushing for a zoo for years. We haven't have a zoo here yet. I'm just saying, Monroe has a zoo. We bigger than Monroe. So let's start putting our wise heads together and think of some things that we can do for our children and for these families that are crying out for side-by-side support and running around with kids running water and they don't have a bathroom to run down here on the riverfront. Got to run across the street and almost get hit just to use the bathroom across the street. We can't get money for that. But we get money for dog parks and all that kind of stuff. And them people running down there can't use the bathroom. So I almost saw 2 or 3 kids got hit down there trying to use the bathroom, running across the street. Something is wrong. They talking about children. Don't know how to have nowhere for them to swim. They got to go swim in Red River and get killed almost. Something is wrong. Got to get something for families and for children. The city and Shreveport need to do a better job than that. Thank you.
Commissioner Thibodeau?
Well, instead of spending the money to send 2 of our folks down to New Orleans, let's spend the money on toward a bathroom.
They don't want to.
Even though that's the city's job, not ours. The very essence of the job of the Tourism Bureau is to seek out tourism for this area. That's the very essence of their job. And for them to ask us to not only send 2 people, but to pay for it is outrageous. If you need people, at least offer to pay for it when you have money in the bank. And I don't see, you know, some people just have gall, and I guess they just got more gall than I do, because I would never, I would not ask. That's like me asking the parish to send a plumber to my house to fix my commode, just because I don't choose to spend money to do it.
You can ask, but it won't happen.
Well, I know that. And that's why this shouldn't happen. The essence of the job of the Tourist Bureau is to help bring tourism to this area of the parish. And to ask us to send people, that means we're going to be without the use of those people. We're paying them salaries, plus whatever services they provide for us. We won't have them available to us in the parish for those days. And then we're also going to pay their travel and the cost of their expenses. I think that's just over the top. And although you may have the right to do it, I would hope that you wouldn't, that you would reconsider.
Commissioner Johnson?
Thank you, Madam President. This issue should not have come before us in the first place. Tourism Bureau has money to send volunteers to go down there. They go travel throughout the United States to go look at certain events. This is one of the most attended events in the state of Louisiana, and they don't even put it in the budget. That's a problem. It was a problem when she came down here and submitted her budget, and it was already passed before we even looked at it and talked about it. So this is something that happens when you have those type of issues. When she was supposed to come early on for last year's budget, she was over in Bossier with the Bossier Police Bureau. And she put us off until, I think, a month later, and then she showed up. So you really didn't have time to look at the budget to see what all was going on in the budget. But to not put this into a budget when you know it's one of the most attended events in the state of Louisiana, and we have no type of presence there, it's ridiculous.
Maybe.
You know, so to me, it shouldn't be our decision to do that. We need to send a letter to her stating that we want some type of representative down there, and no cost to the parish, because we fund them enough. Thank you.
Commissioner Lynch?
Yes, I agree with everything that has been said. My concern with this, part of my concern with this, and we can bash Stacy, but the decision was made, our administrator, to move forward with paying to send 2 people. And while I understand that he has the authority to do that, I don't think that that authority comes carte blanche. And that, this body, even after we pass the budget, should not just, close our eyes to the things that are going on with the parish and decisions that are being made by the administration, because ultimately it's still our responsibility to make sure that those decisions are proper and in the best interest of our citizens. one of the examples that I gave was there's I guess, some issues going on between the mayor and the city council with respect to, some contracts that he, within his, has authority to do, but the council saw that they needed to step in and make some corrections or adjustment to that. And that's another elected official, that's not an appointed official. And so, just, this is a small example, but it's certainly one example where I would just say to us that once the budget is passed, that doesn't mean that we put blinders on. We need to continue to make sure that the taxpayers' money is being spent responsibly. Thank you.
Commissioner, anyone else? Okay, next. Ms. Wilson.
Yes, ma'am. Just in closing, I did receive a letter from, email from Commissioner Lynch saying just what she said, but I also like to remind you all that the charter does require for me to give you a quarterly report on all the expenses so you know what's going on, and nothing gets by you without you getting that quarterly report on everybody's travel. That concludes my report, ma'am.
Commissioner Escaday.
Yeah, we do get that, but in this case, we'd have got the report after the fact. And I understand Commissioner Lynch's point. We don't believe we're going to find out the majority of us don't feel like this should happen, so we wouldn't want to read about it after the fact. So, thank you.
Commissioner Bowman.
Yes, ma'am. I just want to know, have we already given the people at Essence clearance, or are they under the impression that you will be attending, or someone from the parish will be attending?
Yes, sir, but I don't believe there's nothing we cannot back out at this present time. I did talk to Stacy again today about it as well.
Yes, sir.
And they were going to go regardless of whether we participate or not. They were just trying to reach out for some additional manpower to help man the booth. But if we didn't do that, they're still going to do what they can, and there's no sweat off our brow at all if we did not go.
Okay. But we still will have some representation if that happens.
Well, our representation will be the Tourist Bureau themselves and not anyone from the Caddo Parish Commission.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I read the email that Stacy sent back to you as far as what was going to happen in the booth, as far as marketing, and she mentioned about passing out information on Shreveport Bossier, and then she did say it was an opportunity for Caddo Parish to also pass out flyers on Caddo Parish.
We can give her our signs.
My only concern about the issues, a couple of things is, one of the things is, as Commissioner Lynch said, yes, you do have the authority to make those decisions, but in some cases, I think also that the commissioners need to be informed about it. Even if we don't say yay or nay, or even have to give you approval, it's something that we need to know about. And the reason why I say that is because of the fact, and I don't know if anybody else have experienced this, there are times when people have walked up to me and asked me about certain things I didn't know anything about. And it's because of the fact that you had probably made a decision on something that you felt that you didn't have to come to the board with. And that's one reason. The other reason that I have questions about this is, and you've heard me say this, Administrator Wilson, almost the entire time that I've been on this board, is that I feel that the first place of marketing Caddo Parish should be the responsibility of commissioners. I have nothing against employees marketing, and they do an excellent job of what they do, but I feel like when it comes to marketing Caddo Parish, that the first responsibility should be of each one of these 12 commissioners that's been elected to serve the people. And if, in fact, there's room for employees to put what they do into the marketing piece, then that's okay. But the first responsibility of marketing Caddo Parish, and especially in a setting as large as the Essence Festival or anything else that's as large as that festival, that it should be the responsibility of the commissioners to market Caddo Parish. So those are my thoughts on it. Commissioner Cox.
When are the dates on this?
July 4th.
4th through 7th.
4th through the 7th? Had any commissioners, well, not ever been, but had the open schedule to go to this, to participate? Anybody get back with you on that?
Commissioner Lynch said, I don't know, she haven't got a commitment from her yet, but there will no, sir.
Okay. I agree with President. We're trying to get business into Caddo Parish. When you are going to set up a table at an event such as this, they have all the giveaway stuff and all the trade show stuff at one location, correct?
That's correct.
So this is open for 3 or 4 days, or 3 days at least. I wouldn't mind seeing us have a presence there, simply because, like Ms. Baker was saying, you put your best foot forward. And in sales, we need to put our best foot forward for Caddo Parish. We need to reach out to people of South Louisiana that are saying, well, we've heard about, they always say Shreveport, but, we've heard about Caddo Parish, but never been. Well, this is your chance to come up and say hi to us and tell us what you're looking for. Is it a long shot? Yeah. Most trade shows, you don't get a lot of business out of it. I mean, that's just a well-known fact. But in doing so, anytime we can represent Caddo Parish, we need to represent. You don't get it by sitting up here. You got to go out there and get it. So, where I can understand Mr. Escadade's deal, they've got the money. But if we're invited to such an event, if we can afford it, I wouldn't mind seeing two people to go down there and represent Caddo Parish at that booth and work hard. So, thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Commissioner Escudé.
Well, they promote Caddo Parish and Bossier and both cities. That's their job.
I know.
So our little happy faces, and I realize we're a little more devious than most people we could probably con them into coming here, are not going to mean we're not well represented there. I've been previously to, before the last Bassmaster we had here, to one in New Orleans to work and literally talk to thousands of people on my own as a volunteer. Didn't cost the parish anything. But yeah, and it has an effect. But they're all salespeople promoting tourists, the people that volunteer that do this, that work for them. So that's what they do. And they're going to represent us, I would hope, as equally as they would Bossier Parish, the city of Shreveport, and everybody else. So, just because we are who we are doesn't mean we're going to be able to con somebody into coming here. So my point is, they're already paid and collect the revenue to do a job. They're already doing it, and they're good at doing it. So we could go down there as an enhancement to it, but it's truly not necessary. But if they're in fact doing their job. And then the other hand, if you ever look at the brochures they pass out, it's Bossier, Caddo Parish. They'll have a thing for the Rose Center, our state fair, the stuff that goes on around here. And then, of course, a good half of it is dedicated to the casinos. The casinos. And guess what? The casinos who fight us every time we try to get things done, like help the Independence Bowl and all, the same casinos who pay no taxes on their comp rooms. Thousands and thousands of dollars a year in rooms they give away. They don't pay any taxes to this same organization that we fund that are trying to get people right back in their rooms. I don't want to help them out any more than necessary. I want people like Michael to come here for our other events, our 4th of July events, those kind of things, not just for the casinos. Thank you.
Commissioner Lynch.
I'm finished.
Okay.
That's his report.
Yes, ma'am. I'm finished, sir.
I just want to, Madam Chairman,
Yeah, go
may I, in lieu of what's been said, I still want this body to take the lead in finding activities for families. I can't say enough about it. I travel all over the world. I'm quite sure Ms. Lynch go all over the world, other commissioners. They always got something for families. Caddo don't have anything really for families. Our Hammers Park is gone, and we don't have a zoo. Our parks are not what they used to be. Our Caddo Parish parks are high mark. They upgrade. But some of our city parks don't even have swimming pool for kids to swim. We need something. I'm asking you, or get somebody, tourism, you and some people get together and go out in the lobby, bring Dave and Buster's or swim in SeaWorld, bring something. So I got family now from California, so y'all don't have nothing to do here. Nothing. They went to Sideport, that's it.
Taking a boat.
They went to the alligator farm, that's it. After that, it's nothing.
I agree.
So we need to work on providing meaningful activities, safe events for children and families, besides gambling. That's the only thing they got here. I mean, so we need to work. That's the only Disney World we have is for adults, nothing for the kids. So Ken been working on that zoo for 20 years and haven't got it yet.
Walter B. Jacobs.
So we need to work on that. So I would hope that you would listen clearly to what I'm saying. Reach out to the parish, to Caddo, to the city, and let's get together and see how we can attract some new people to come and entertain our families and children in our community. Thank you.
Next item, Mr. Clark.
Next, we have communication committee reports. Just want to note, selection of official journal for Thursday's meeting.
Come on.
No, that's just, we gotta do it.
You gotta do it today?
Yeah.
Thursday. No, Thursday.
Thursday, we gotta do it Thursday.
Move to Thursday.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes, last week, Martin Luther King CDC had their annual program, and they thanked the parish, the commission, for their support on the programs that they're doing. And in appreciation, they gave us this trophy. You got a file. Okay. And I'll pass it around.
Mr. Ball.
Yeah, I can look at it.
Look like your head, man.
Here, Poppy. That's it.
Commissioner Lynch?
Yes, there'll be
And the other end looks like your head.
personnel policies and procedure meeting immediately following the work session.
Okay, is that it?
That's it.
It's my head.
I just wanted to bring a report in on the Economic Development Committee met last week on concerning EB5. And we did talk about making it a regional EB5 from state to state, and working with Scott Martinez and NLEP. And I have contacted Mr. Martinez and asked if he would help us to get the meeting set with all of the parishes from what they cover, and talk about them partnering with us with EB5. And so he said he would, so be listening out for that to come up in the next couple of weeks or so. Commissioner Cox.
Mr. Everett?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all don't have phones? Does anybody have phones?
Yeah, I got one. You got the number too. Dial it.
Like to, you have to drag these people up there
Got
and
a
put
call
them through the ring.
Sunday from a lady, which was yesterday. I don't like calling you on weekends. On .7, and y'all went out there to look at a situation where she's 72, she's outside, the pit bull's already jumped the fence once. What can we do in something like that? I mean, I would request a report from your guy, but I don't know if it's done or not yet.
Yes, sir. We responded. We create a report right there on the spot.
Okay.
It's done through the portable device that they have, so it creates a report and they take pictures.
Okay.
So we'll look into it, and I can get you exactly what's going on with it as of today.
My only concern is when you take a 72-year-old person and they're in the backyard and that 5-foot fence, well, it's really not even 5, it's 4-foot fence, I would assume, and the dogs jump it once, they can jump it again. And at 72, I don't think she's going to be breaking any speed records getting back in the house.
Yes, sir.
So if you could, get with me or send me an email as far as that report and see what we can do for both the owner of the dog and the elderly lady.
On .7.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Commissioner Williams?
Hey, excuse me.
I told her that.
Please, sir. Back up. Appreciate all the good work you're doing. However, I'm concerned about the West Nile. It's hot, humidity. Over in Cherokee Park, it's on here around that water. It's still, I went by the other day, it stinks as well. What are we doing to try to bring an update, or are we doing any plans for spraying over there? Or,
Yes, sir. We're currently spraying. We don't have any positive tests for West Nile in our pools, our sample pools. We have no positive tests. So right now, we're out on our current spray schedule, and it's tracked by GPS, so I can show you detailed routes where we've been in the Cherokee Park area as well as all the other
Also
areas.
suffer with West Nile pets, animals get bit as well.
Yes, sir.
You have any cases lately of any?
No, sir, we don't have any positive pools this year for West Nile. We haven't had any mosquitoes test positive for West Nile.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Commissioner Dominique?
Hey, Everett, question. Of course, I guess I should have picked up the phone, but since you're up there, just ask you a quick question, because I do have a phone. Have you got the baseball parks?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We've been spraying the baseball parks, the golf courses, everything out there where people are going to be conducting activities in the afternoons,
Okay.
evenings. We're out there spraying those as well. Some of the areas we cannot go into because they're locked areas, but we're spraying around those areas.
All right, thank you. We'll keep up the good work.
Yes, sir.
Next item.
President's report.
No.
No. We have no old business. We move to new business. Authorized introduction of ordinance number 5319 of 2013, proposing amendments to the Caddo Parish Home Rule Charter relative to Article 3, Parish Commission Section 3-1, composition, qualifications, and election for presentation to the electorate.
So move for Thursday. Debated on Thursday.
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Cox, second by moved by Commissioner Williams, second by Commissioner Cox. We move to Thursday. Commissioner, are there any discussion first from Commissioner Williams?
I'll wait till Thursday.
Commissioner Lynch?
Let me be clear. This is to introduce the ordinance so it would lay.
What?
Move it to Thursday, and if it passes Thursday, then it would lay over for 2 weeks.
That's correct.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Do what?
When it's introduced, we don't vote. Just automatically introduced and it popped.
No, we moving this to Thursday.
Yeah, I know, when Thursday comes, it's just introduced.
Yeah.
Okay.
No other commissioners, please vote. That passes. Next item, Mr. Clerk.
Authorized introduction of ordinance number 5320, proposing amendments to the Caddo Parish Home Rule Charter relative to Article 3, Parish Commission Section 3-1, composition, qualifications, and election, and Article 6, financial procedures, Section 6-9, expenditures by commissioners prohibited for presentation to the electorate.
We'll move to Thursday.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Lynch, second by Commissioner Johnson. Are there any discussion? If none, please vote. That passed. Next item, Mr. Clerk.
Authorized introduction of ordinance number 5321 of 2013, amending the budget of estimate revenues and expenditures for the Riverboat Fund in the amount of $5,000 for the Shreveport Suns Women's Basketball Organization.
So move.
Moved by Commissioner Williams,
Second.
second by Commissioner Thibodeau. Are there any discussion? Commissioner Williams,
No, ma'am.
Commissioner Johnson.
Okay, Mr. Clerk, I would rather that say the NGO committee, because he did come out of the committee
Okay.
instead of one of the commissioners. Thank you.
Any more discussion?
They need to help the heat.
None, please. Next item, Mr. Clerk.
Authorized resolution number 25A of 2013, ordering and calling a special election to be held in Caddo Parish, Louisiana, to authorize the incurring of debt and the issuance of bonds therein, and making application to the State Bond Commission in connection therewith.
So move for Thursday.
Moved by Commissioner Escaday, second by Commissioner Williams. Are there any discussion from the two of you?
No.
Commissioner Lynch?
I have.
Or Commissioner Williams? Commissioner Williams.
Administration.
Yes, sir.
I just want to know if, since we, I believe in partnering up with minorities in terms of bonds and partnership. We do have people here in Caddo now, City of Shreveport now, that's qualified to partner up and do bond work. And I just want to make sure that my inclusion initiative I started when I first ran, that we do reach out and be inclusive in terms of partnering up with Mr. Sluter. He's a fine man, but also we do have other people that are now involved and recorded in the books of bonding. So I do want to support this, but I also want to know that we are reaching out, the minority, to partner up with Mr. Sluter.
Yeah, Mr. Williams. We have Alex Washington sitting in the audience today.
Well, that's good.
He's going to be the co-bond counsel on this project if it goes forward.
Thank you, sir.
So just
Still looking good.
Commissioner Lynch?
I'll save my comments to Thursday.
Yeah,
Commissioner Johnson?
I just want to reiterate, I guess, what we talked about in committee, that if this does pass the commission and go to the public vote, and it passes that we set up meetings to go through the projected projects.
That's correct.
The year ahead, just like we do the NGOs.
That's correct.
And go into them in detail and not just pass through, so we don't really know what's going on.
That's correct.
Okay.
Nothing else, please vote. That passes. Next item, Mr.
Next, we
Johnson.
authorize moving the July 3rd, 2013 regular session to July 5th, 2013 at 3:30 to meet the required charter statutes pertaining to the introduction period and final passage of ordinances.
So moved. Moved by Commissioner Baker, second by Commissioner Williams. Are there any discussion?
No.
Any discussion? No discussion, please vote. Do what?
So we're moving our meeting from the 3rd to the 5th?
Yes, and we have to,
Based on
pause, tell them what.
He says time limit.
Well, Grant's there, he can tell
You got to
them.
get Attorney General
This
opinion.
concerns too.
This is charter.
This concerns any ordinance that y'all introduce on Thursday cannot be finally passed until it's laid over 2 weeks. And you originally talked about having your meeting on July 3rd, which is not, that's a Wednesday, so 2 weeks does not elapse. That's applicable to any ordinance that you introduce Thursday, whether it be the charter amendments or the bond election. And the issue is anything that y'all have yet to call to put on a ballot in October has got to be enacted no later than July the 5th, because the actual deadline to get anything to the State Bond Commission is July the 1st. But Mr. Sluter has been successful in getting them to agree to take an electronic filing on July the 5th, so hence the recommendation that y'all move your July 3rd meeting to July the 5th.
Unless y'all want to come on the 4th. Okay, Commissioner Cox?
I would ask how many are going to be in town on the 5th before, just making sure.
Should be.
Okay,
Thank you, ma'am.
all right. Please vote.
I'll be willing now.
That passed. You, Commissioner Cox? You didn't? Okay, that passes. Commissioner Smith?
Well, they haven't come up yet for me to vote.
80.
Where's his request to speak, baby? Okay.
That passes. Next item.
Authorize parish administrator to expend parish funds for his administrative staff, Henri Wesley and Valerie Gunn, to attend the Essex Musical Festival.
I'm pulling that from the agenda.
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Lynch, second by Commissioner Epperson to remove this item from the agenda. Are there any discussion? If none, please vote. We're voting to move it from the agenda?
Yes.
Escalade.
John, okay.
That passes.
They had no problem voting on that.
Next item.
Authorize appointment of Mr. John Escudé to represent Caddo Parish Commission on the American Counties for Energy Independence Board.
I move to pull that from the agenda.
Second.
What you want, Steph?
Lynn, second by
I'm gonna kiss
Commissioner
her, I don't
Dominic.
care.
Are there any discussion? If none, please. Oh, sorry, Commissioner Bowman.
What would be the, I guess, the non-beneficial thing for him not to do, or for us to not have representation, or just take it off of it?
Oh, no, I was joking.
Okay.
That was, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
To your right ear, just put your finger in there.
Careful. Look at me, man. All right.
Just do this.
What is code over here?
Commissioner Clark had something.
I need the motion and the second, who it was again, I missed it.
It was moved by Commissioner Dominic, second by Commissioner Lynn.
It was the other way around, Lynn and then me.
Oh, Lynn and you, okay.
I mean, we
To
vote
you.
against, Lynn voted.
If
Thank
no
you.
discussion, please vote.
Looking at Thursday, right? Okay.
That passes.
You vote no on Thursday.
Okay, that moves us to the consent agenda.
Special relationship.
You abstain?
Move for adjournment.
Move for adjournment.
What a good meeting.
There we go. That was.
Good job, Rookie.
That was productive.
That was easy.
Don't tote all our bags, man. Your job.
Let's go as fast as Thursday. So I'm leaving
meeting in the back?
Thursday and going to Gulf Shores. I'm going to get out of here early.
We'll still have it.
You're in good shape.
Well,
No, we got you. I got you. I just want to make sure everybody eat.
Hot and cold. That's right, how's your baby? She's growing.
I meant to call you back there. Yeah, I was just trying to say.
Growing.
We're gonna live this thing. Thank you.
Sorry.